Cosplay, I am Alice, and this is not the video I was planning to show you today. If you have been following me on social media, you will know that I have had quite a challenging week, and cosplay hasn't been my top priority this week because it seemed like the world was against me and none of my things were working. To be more specific, this week not only I had to deal with a broken phone, I also had a broken laptop, and even my credit card was not working, which made for a very amazing yet different kind of week. I could have been living under a bridge and, it would have made no difference because this has been a very interesting thing to get through. My plan this week was to carry on with my Tifa cosplay and show you how I make the bodice and the wings and the Bumblebot, but unfortunately life had other plans for me, and sometimes life gets in the way and there's nothing you can do except listen to it because you really have no choice. To be honest, I am a bit upset because I had such a good record. I have been consistently putting new videos every single week for the last 4 months, and unfortunately, due to all these things happening in my life, this past week I was not able to post any video because I just couldn't do it. Like many of you, my life is practically tied to my phone to the point that even triggering the camera that I am using right now, I do with my phone. So taking pictures of my work in progress, I do it with my phone. Scripting the video scripts, which obviously I have not scripted and it's very obvious, I do that with my laptop, so yeah, it's just a bit annoying, and I couldn't even get new stuff because my bank account had an issue and now my credit card is not working either, so it's been a very challenging week. I don't need to tell you how long it takes to record a video every week. Sometimes it takes me a full day to record the video and another full day to edit the video if I am lucky, because it usually takes about 2 days to do it, and that's when I'm doing an easy chatty video like this one. But when I am doing a video about a cosplay and that takes me about like a month or 2 to finish, it just I can spend like 2-3 days just editing those videos, and I do most of the process with my phone and my laptop, and yeah, I have not been able to do what I usually do, and it's been quite frustrating, let me tell you. And when life is going according to plan, I kind of have it figured out. I spend the 1 day editing, I spend the 1 day recording, I spend the rest of the day trying to do cosplay while I also do social media, posting patterns, reply to messages. It's very time consuming. And when something else happens in life, it means that I end up working Saturdays, Sundays, afternoons and nights, which becomes a little bit of too much, and perhaps I have not been putting the things that were supposed to be a priority first. And with that I mean life. Yeah, I think I've been postponing life. Believe me, when I found myself with no tools to be able to do the work that I do every week, I got really angry. And yes, I could complain about being cursed, I could complain about karma, I could even complain about gremlins, but the truth is, deep down I knew it was all my fault. And yes, even if I could not predict that my phone, my laptop and my credit card would stop working at the same time, there were certainly some clues that were telling me something was wrong with my life, and I was not listening to those clues. So here is what actually happened. As I just said, I'm a very busy person. I work every day, sometimes weekends, sometimes nights, and I am always trying my best to create new videos, new pattern, new cosplay, you name it, I do it all. I've said this many times. And even if it's very time consuming, I kind of love it. And because I love it, I used to spend a lot of time doing the things I love. I would like to say that this started a month ago, but probably it's been going on for even longer, but let's just start with my phone. You probably have noticed, but my phone has been acting funny for the last month or so. For some reason, the charger stopped working. The only way of using my phone was using the wireless charger, which is a great invention, but at the same time, it takes about 4 hours to completely charge the phone, which means I kept being delayed by the phone because I use the phone to trigger the camera, to take photos of work in progress, you name it. I use my phone 100% all the time, and I kept falling behind because I had to wait for my phone to charge on the very slow wireless charger because I didn't have time to go to the shop and actually fix the phone and make it work again. I could have fixed the phone as soon as it happened. I just chose to delay it and delay it and delay it until the next thing went wrong. And the next thing was my laptop. And you will say, well, it wasn't your fault, but it kind of was my fault because my laptop has been telling me for months and months that it was full and I really needed to make space for my programs to run. And even if I have been just taking off things my laptop and just deleting stuff that was not useful anymore, I kept getting these messages of, oh, your laptop is full, you need to just uninstall some things. But I don't want to uninstall things because I have things like Photoshop and Illustrator and all the things that I use for this channel, and I like having a backup on my laptop so I can work on it. This situation got so bad that last time that I tried to use my laptop, the laptop said, hey, there is so little space on this that I don't even recognize your fingerprint, therefore this is not you, this is not your laptop, you can't use the laptop. And that spiraled into the blue screen of death of laptops to the point that I couldn't even install a new version of Windows and wipe everything because the laptop doesn't have any memory left and it doesn't work. And now I had to just bring my laptop to an expert because the normal things are not working and it just refuses to work completely. Yeah, that obviously led to losing some information because I can't recover it anymore. All the scripts I do on my laptop, lost them all, and yeah, a bunch of things that I rather don't think about it because it will make me very sad. So in this situation, my phone is broken, my laptop is broken, wonderful. But I try to carry on because that's me, I have a busy life, and yes, I can make it work. I don't need a laptop, I have a desktop, I can carry on. And then my credit card stops working as well. To be more exact, my credit card does work. What doesn't work is the app which is in the phone for my credit card, because when I first moved into England, I had to open a bank account with this bank that only allows me to use a top-up credit card, and I can't use it like normal people with just tapping it and it works. No, I have to transfer money every single week to the credit card in order to have funds to pay stuff. I do have money on my bank account, I just don't have money on my credit card. And because my phone is acting funny, it just stopped working as well. The thing is, I need the app on my phone in order to use my credit card, but the app on my phone got reinstalled by them, not me. And what happened is that I lost the password and they said, don't worry, if you lost the password, it's okay, just use your ID and we will be able to reconnect it again. And you know what? My ID is Spanish and the bank is English, therefore they don't recognize my ID. And I didn't know that, and I thought I could reset it, and I clicked on the buttons to reset it, and it doesn't work anymore. And now I have to go to the bank to get everything reset. Are you having fun so far? I'm not. That means that I can't use my credit card, but even if I was able to solve it because I had to bring the phone to repair, I wouldn't be able to top it up. So yeah, basically I use my phone to top up my credit card, but my credit card won't top up because neither I have a phone nor the credit card is going to work because I lost the password and got my account frozen because I entered the wrong number too many times and now it thinks I'm just trying to steal myself or something. Obviously, all these situations made me feel so angry. None of my devices were working. I couldn't carry on doing cosplay, which is what I love. I couldn't carry on making videos, which is what I do every week. And I got so angry, I wanted to just break things. So I did. You see, what do you do when nothing works? Well, you have to take a step back and basically try to figure out your life and try to just carry on and do what you can do while you wait for the other issues to be fixed if you need help, or while you work on fixing the issues yourself if you can. After spending a full day unsuccessfully trying to repair my laptop and repair my phone, even contact the bank to see if they could solve my credit card, I realized this was gonna take a bit longer than I had planned, so I decided to just start catching up with all those little things that I had been postponing and I had to do in order to carry on living my life and just go back to my routine. So I went ahead and booked appointments for my laptop, my phone and my bank in order to fix them or get someone that actually knows how to do it to fix it for me, while on the meantime I decided to just carry on doing all those things that I had been postponing for longer than I would like to admit. And while I was very angry, I decided to just focus all my anger and my destructive feelings against the walls in my house because this hideous pink wallpaper has been saying good morning to me every single day since I moved here 6 years ago, and I felt like it was the time to just let it go and rip it apart while I was feeling very motivated to break things. So while I had no distractions, I decided to rip apart the works in my bathroom and just paint it all in a different color because life is not always pink and you can be blue sometimes. Yeah, blue is my color, for many reasons it seems. But that's not the only thing I did. Another thing I did was fixing my webpage because I started working on my webpage about 6 months ago and made it functional to create a shop inside my webpage because Etsy, which is the platform I usually use for my patterns, is like the worst thing in the world. And if you remember, lately Etsy has been horrible and it's been very difficult to work with them, to the point that I decided to open my own webpage, but because I managed to get Etsy working again, I kind of left my webpage halfway through. There were things missing, some of the links were not working, and it has been looking wonky and wrong for the past 6 months. So the next thing I did was fixing that. So now my webpage is functional again and you can see it and you can see all my patterns and go back to seeing all those tutorials and things in there for free. So just make sure to check it out because it took me many hours to fix it and get it working again. Of course, I had to go to take my phone to repairs, not once but twice, because the first time they didn't give me an appointment, so I had to return the next day in order to be able to fix it, and even then it took them another almost full week to get my phone back. Do you know another thing that went wrong? Brexit, because I live in the UK, and if you remember a couple of years ago they decided to leave the European Union, and I am from the European Union as a Spanish citizen, and I had to go through a lot of paperwork in order to demonstrate that I live in England, I want to stay in England, and I have the right to remain in England. I did go through the process when Brexit happened. Unfortunately, I was short of the time they asked you for a stay permanently, and I had to reapply again for the settlement scheme in order to just remain here permanently. I did this a year ago, and for some reason I never got my letter back saying that I could stay, and I decided to check my status and realized that for some reason they had lost all my information, and I had to go through the process for a third time in order to be able to remain here in the UK. And it's kind of lucky I checked it, because otherwise they will have kicked me out of the country in a couple of years. Fortunately, I was able to send all the paperwork yet again, and now I finally have the right to stay here, and I don't have to be thinking of being kicked out of the country randomly just because. But don't you think that all I did was life related? Because I also did a few things for cosplay as well. Every month I have to spend a long time making blueprints, making patterns, resizing everything and just writing instructions for everything. And I am very happy to announce that I have most of the work for this month and most of the work that was missing from the previous month already done, and I went through a lot of files and uploaded a few new things to the shop, which you can now download even if I have technically not finished making my cosplay yet. I also went ahead and uploaded my new Read Me First file with a lot of extra information on how to assemble your patterns, how to take measurements, and all you need to start with your patterns in one place. All my patterns on Etsy have now this file included for free, so if you buy any of my patterns you can just follow that guide and get you kick-started on how to assemble patterns and how to make things properly. That was over 50 files, guys. Over 50, one by one. I had time to tidy up, clean the house, play with my cats, play Final Fantasy VII, and oh my god, I hate gliding. Even I had time to go shopping and buy nice dresses, which I never have time to do. I just got my phone back, and hopefully I will be able to fix the other things this week as well. And to be honest, the week has gone so quickly. There's still many things that I need to do and that I want to do. I am going to make sure next time I just do things as they come instead of waiting for everything to go wrong at the same time, because that's not manageable and that will put a stop in your life when you could have just spent a couple of hours fixing the little things that were not going right in the first place. Yes, life sometimes gets in the way and you don't do the things that you have planned, but that is life. You can't postpone it forever, and sometimes if you keep postponing the things, even if they are little things, they pile up to the point that you need to put a stop on everything in order to fix it. And I have now realized this, and I will be trying my best to figure out things as they come. Yes, it may have to put a pause on some of my projects sometimes, but eventually it's for the best, because I really don't want to find myself in this situation again, and I will be trying my best to just carry on living at the same time I cosplay. I hope this video kind of motivated you to not postpone your life, to do the things that you have to do. You know, do your bedding every morning, listen to your mom, and just like don't let things go wrong until nothing else works. If you decide to postpone life will kick you in the butt and make sure you listen to it. So yeah, make sure that other than cosplay, which is a great hobby, you also make sure to fix all those things that need to be fixed. If you've been watching this video until now, thank you so much for hearing my rambling. I really hope to be back next week with some cosplay, because I have so many things, so many plans and so many projects to finish this month that I don't even know where to start. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, and I will be seeing you in the next adventure. Bye!